Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn about NAT gateway. NAT gateway is used to enabling internet access for private subnets. In the last session of two-tier architecture, we in the last session the two-tier architecture we see about public and private subnets, how we can able to access the uh, public subnet, and using public subnet we access the private subnet. First, we cannot the users cannot directly access the private subnet because it is protected. Using the public subnet we access the private subnet, but in the private subnet we are not able to access any internet. uh, the NAT gateway is used to enabling internet access for the private subnet. The main use of NAT is enabling internet access because private subnet also needs some internet connection for synchronizing and some updates of softwares like database servers, and making any changes in the private subnet. So we need some internet access. But the special thing of NAT gateway is it won't allow people from the internet or third party. We cannot able to access the private subnet, um, which means NAT gateway build the internet access inside the instance. The admin can access this private subnet instance of internet access. The end users cannot able to access this instance internet. We know the type of accessing private subnet using the public subnet. In first we have to log in the public subnet instance, and then in the public subnet instance we log into the private subnet instance. This type of logging is called jump server or bastion host. And like this we have to create an NAT gateway in public subnet only. Using this in the public subnet we log into the private subnet and access the internet. So we are going to see how to create an NAT gateway and how to enable internet access to the private subnet. And some uses of NAT gateway, it is a virtual router and it will be created on public subnet. I already told we have to create an NAT gateway in public subnet, and using this public subnet instance we log into the private subnet instance, and it allows private subnet instance to allow access internet, but it will block users to access private instance from internet. It is like a one-way traffic and it is not a free. And when we are creating NAT gateway, it it asks us to allocate the elastic IP. If we have a elastic IP already, we can allocate it, or otherwise it will create a new elastic IP. So I have two instances, like we already in the last lab session in the two-tier architecture we have one instance in public and one instance in private. So using this now we are going to connect the public instance. I'm going to connect this instance using remote desktop connection. So I copy the public IP, username, and I copy the password, paste the password. So I'm going to connect the public public subnet instance. Now I'm going to private subnet instance and I click connect. So I'm going to upload a private key and get the password. So in the public subnet instance, I'm going to open remote desktop connection. So I'm copy the private IP and I paste it here and username. Now I paste the password and click connect. So using the public subnet instance, I log into the private subnet instance. Yes. This one is private and this is the public. So in the public subnet instance, we can able to access the internet. You can see the internet access, but in the private subnet instance, we cannot see the internet access. So we cannot able to access internet in the mm, private subnet. The way of enabling internet access is NAT gateway. Now we are going to create an NAT gateway in public subnet. So here we have a NAT gateways and I click create NAT gateway. I have no NAT gateways, so I'm going to create a new NAT gateway and, and I give a name demo ngw and the subnet is I created the instance in you can see here US East 1A and this is a public subnet instance we can see here under custom. So I click public one US East 1A. So I don't have any elastic IP, so I click allocate. So if we have any elastic IP, we can see here. I don't have any elastic IP, so I'm going to allocate a new elastic IP. Yes, it automatically allocated. So I click create NAT gateway. So it is very simple to create an NAT gateway. And another one is we create a NAT gateway and we have to attach with that. So it is pending. We have to wait. Still it is pending. We have to wait. Now it has become available. And in the route table, we edit the private route table and click edit routes and add route 0.00/0 and we have to select the NAT gateway. So it allows the private subnet route table allows the internet access. So we have to select this NAT gateway and save changes. So now we can see the internet access to the, yes, you can see here also. Before that we cannot able to see the internet access. Now we can able to access the internet to the private subnet instance. In the before session, we shown we cannot able to access internet in the private subnet. So the way of enabling internet access is NAT gateway. Now we can also able to uh, make any changes in the private subnet. For that we enabling this internet access. Yes, now we can able to see the internet access in private subnet instance. In the next session, we are going to see about VPC pairing. So, in the VPC pairing is used to uh, enabling direct communication between two VPCs. Thank you.